Hello and welcome to video 2 of the Favorite Books Lab. So what we're going to be doing in this lab is we're going to replace our book form view controller with our book form table view controller. Most of the code that's in the book form view controller will be able to copy over to our book form table view controller. So let's go ahead and get started with the application. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to close down the book. I will expand the size here, decrease the size there. So what I need to do is I need to go into first I'm going to click on my book table view controller, and then I will open my assistant editor, and that'll open up my book form table view controller since we're going to be copying the code. Oh, I want my book form table view controller. There we go. So now we have the right code. So what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be copying the code that's currently in our book form view controller over into our book form table view controller. So I'll start by copying the property keys in the book object property that we're creating. Control C it. And we will Control V. And then we're going to copy over both our update view function. So I will go ahead, Command C, and I'll Command V it. And then we're going to copy the implementation of our Save Button tab. Command C and Command V. So basically we're doing the exact same thing. And then we need to call our update view in our view did load function. Okay, so we've copied all the code over there. So what we need to do next is, let me go ahead and close down the code windows. And I want to open up my main storyboard. So we need to add our segue, our unwind segue. So while that is coming up, I will do a Command S just to save my book form table view controller. And I'm going to go ahead and copy the name for my unwind segue. And we'll go back into the main storyboard. And let me just increase the size of that a little bit. So I will left click and then Control and drag over to my exit button. I'll select my prepare for unwind with segue, and then I will click on it, and then what I need to do is update the identifier. So it's unwind to book table. Okay, so we have that updated. So the next thing we need to do is we need to go in and actually delete our book form view controller scene. So I'll go ahead and click on that and hit the delete button, and that has now been deleted. So the next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and add our segues. So for my add segue, and what I want to do is I want to make sure I'm calling it the correct name. So it's add book and edit book for the two segues. So I'll control drag from my plus, add the segue, make sure I select present modally, and then I will go in and update the name of that segue right away. So it will be add book, and then I need to go in and make sure in my table view my book cell is selected, and I want to control drag over, and it'll be present modally. And what I want to do is I want to update the identifier to edit book. Okay, so the last thing we need to do, we've deleted the view controller from the scene. We need to delete the actual code, the book form view controller from our application. So I will go ahead, click on it, click the delete button. I want to move it to the trash. And then now if I go into my book table view controller, I should see a couple of errors because we should be referencing our book form view controller a couple times. So what I need to do is I just need to change that reference to a book form table view controller. And down below, I'll just update the reference to a book form table view controller, and then we should be ready to execute our app. Okay, the app has come up. I'll go ahead and press on my plus key. We have the new view. I'll go ahead, click on my save button. It's saved the information out there. I'll select that one, see if we can edit it. I'll go down into my length, save it here again. It looks like it's edited, and I will just make sure I can add another book. I'll click on save, and another book has been added. So it looks like we have the same type of functionality. All we have is a different visual form. So that is the end of step 2. So in step 3, we're going to implement the code to go ahead and delete books. So we will be back to you soon with video number 3.